They finally start? Is it not gonna crash? Okay. God damn it. So I had to start. I started recording, and then all of a sudden, my recording OBS crashed, and then the game crashed. I was like, damn it. But anyway,
Let's move out.
so Nikke got us a victory. They decided to do. They're doing their anniversary,
While we proceed.
and I was
Come on, let's go.
doing the story, and I thought it was just gonna be like the near automata stuff where it's just kind of there for you to do so you can get stuff. But then like they all of a sudden in the cutscenes they started talking. I was like, oh shit! And then they're like, you've been fighting the raptors for like a while now. I was like, oh shit! This actually has plot. Who knew? Who knew it was gonna have plot? So I guess all these are this event is kind of a prequel to the events that are going on now. Our hometown is far away. The blazing blue sky, the scent of the bakery, the laughter of friends. A gust of wind blows. Please tell my friends. My soul will return to the sky above our hometown. White clouds float across. Please tell my friends. My bones will be buried in the earth under our hometown.
Hey, are you listening to those old tunes again?
Yeah, what are you, a boomer?
Old tunes? Show some respect. These rapturous melodies are life itself.
Okay.
Come here.
Red Hood gently puts Snow White in a headlock and turns up the volume on the old cassette player. Man,
Red Hood, I can't breathe. Could you turn that down?
What was that I just heard? Surely it couldn't be someone interrupting this fine song I'm listening to.
oh, the home. Oh, am I supposed to be singing this? Oh, the hometown I long for, the friends I miss, even if the sky above is. That was weird. The actual song almost synced up for a second there. We'll return to our hometown someday.
Well, what do you think? It's positively effervescent, right?
I feel like I'm getting older just listening to it.
Yeah.
What do you want about? Besides, most things in life are like a fine wine, and only get better with age.
Right.
At any rate, what brought you over here to see me? I doubt it was because you missed me. Did you come to borrow my nudie mag?
Whoa. Nudie. Nudie bag. She said nudie bag, but it's it says dirty.
What? Absolutely not. I'm too young to be looking at stuff like that.
So what you mean is that you'll be super into it later?
It's not that at all. Anyway, the commander is calling for you. He has something to tell all of us.
Right now? I think I've got a good idea of what he's going to say. Fine, let's go.
Any chance you could release me from this headlock before you go?
You call this a headlock? Please, it's just a friendly hug.
Snuggle struggle, right?
Call it what you want, but it's uncomfortable.
Would you prefer a piggyback ride?
It's fine. Let's just go.
Red Hood walks down the hallway with Snow White still in a headlock.
Are you two practicing pro wrestling? You apparently have too much time on your hands.
It's not what you think.
Oh, cool. Are you guys wrestling? Never a dull moment with you two.
That's not what we're doing.
So they got all the
My 2 cents.
So they got all the fairy tale characters Rapunzel, Dorothy, Snow White, I'm guessing Red Hood's supposed to be Little Red Riding Hood.
Wrestling isn't a particularly useful martial arts discipline against raptures. Devoting your time to practicing it will be of little value.
We're not wrestling!
Her mouth doesn't move at all when she
Ah,
talks.
Wrestling, eh? That headlock of yours isn't too sturdy, Red Hood.
Ooh, they actually... Man, it'd be nice if they... 'Cause, you know, Arknights with their characters, whichever region they're from on the map, they have certain accents.
I've got a few videos you could check out for reference if you'd like.
Lilith, Red Hood is bullying me.
No, I'm not. We're practicing pro wrestling.
That's what Red Hood said.
How many times do I have to say that this isn't wrestling?
Oh my, you're awfully upset.
Are you two
Look who it is. I'm pretty sure that it's a young Anderson.
No.
So am I to take it that Red Hood is picking on you?
Maybe not. I just assumed it was, but his accent actually,
Hey, I would never pick on our precious little Snow
but
White.
it could be. Since it's supposed to be a younger version of him. Maybe since he is a lot older in the main story.
I think that's everyone. Have a seat so I can begin the briefing.
Question. Are we allowed to sit in a headlock position?
Up to you. Is that everyone? Scarlet?
Scarlet gently lifts her hand wordlessly.
Rapunzel?
Here.
Dorothy?
Here.
Lily Weiss?
Here.
All right, I'll begin. Could you all sit closer together? How come you're all so far apart? We're supposed to be a team.
If you want us to be chummy, then let's have a group meal. I can't remember the last time we all hung out and had some grub.
We all ate together just last week.
What the hell?
She passes out whenever she drinks, so it's no wonder she doesn't remember. I don't know what it is, but lately, whenever I have a few drinks, I don't remember anything.
How could that be affecting you if you're a cyborg?
I thought you were pretending to black out so you didn't have to pay the bill.
Oh.
Come on, I'm not that kind of person.
I heard you got arrested once for dining and dashing.
Oh, there's been too many people lately doing that.
That's all in the past. I've turned over a new leaf.
Quiet, everyone. I have details about our next mission.
Silence falls over the briefing room.
Good. Now, to get started. To be honest, I'm not a fan of our squad's name. Goddess Squad. It's like I don't even exist.
Commander, when are we going to commence the briefing?
Very well. Let's begin.
I think it's time for the next one.
All of us in this room know things are looking bleak.
Yeah?
4 years ago, the Raptures invaded.
There we go. That's what it was. 4 years ago. I couldn't remember how long it was.
To stand against this naked aggression, the United Forces of Humanity was formed. We fought with all our might, but the battle has increasingly leaned in the Rapture's favor. To this day, the situation remains largely unchanged.
However, starting 2 years ago, we have experienced the occasional victory. And these victories are occurring more often now.
You're right about that. Once the Goddess Squad was deployed to the battlefield, we have been able to secure a small foothold and turn the tide of this skirmish.
No, is it because you're turning people into cyborgs?
Of that, you can all be proud. The sooner you're proud of yourselves, the better. So you can start now.
Wow, our squad is the best. That includes you, Rapunzel. Okay, I'm proud to be a member of the Goddess Squad.
What's there to be proud of? This was all a foregone conclusion.
You know, bugging me about Dorothy. She looks like one of the the masochist girls that cut me. Oh no, that's right. She pinched me hard enough that I started bleeding.
There's that snooty
Yeah.
Dorothy we all know and love. Ooh. You must say it's a foregone conclusion, but that's not what most of the general public believes.
Dorothy's told you several times before not to call her snooty.
It would be the 56th time if I issue a warning again, to be precise. At any rate, I prefer not to pat myself on the back in such a self-congratulatory fashion.
Huh.
The newcomer doesn't seem too proud either.
How could I be? My time in this unit has been most fleeting. Furthermore, boasting of past achievements is not something I partake in.
A lot of people would kill to have something to be proud of.
Perchance, but not I. I have but one wish. To become stronger, nothing more.
Yo, it. Never
To place
mind.
so much credence in the thoughts of others is a sign of one's naivete and inexperience.
I wonder if she ended up alcoholic
That's
after
hardly
this.
something you should be saying. You're the one swinging a sword around.
What do you mean?
Hanging around in the backyard playing war with wooden swords is a favorite childhood pastime, is it not?
If thou thinks my blade is of wooden constitution, then allow me to prove how fallacious that notion is.
It's kind of weird seeing her. She doesn't have the hat, but she has like this flat disc thing on the top of her head.
How about you skip the briefing and head outside to train? At least then we'd have some peace and quiet.
You're all not fighting again, are you?
Hardly. We're just having some playful banter.
If I may continue,
Finally,
we may have had a commendable winning streak during our tenure on the battlefield, but the same cannot be said of our fellow military units. No matter how well we're performing, we have to look at the situation as a whole. In the grand scheme of things, our contributions don't amount to much. More than anything, we've primarily served to raise morale. We've given people hope, so that they feel free to dream.
Regardless of our own achievements, we're just a small unit, and our contributions only go so far.
The united forces of humanity on the surface are running out of supplies, and have suffered one loss after another.
can we just abbreviate to the UFH?
Raptures have continued to breach the barriers. The power disparity is evident from nearly every angle, be it the number of their forces or the level of their weaponry.
Would a declaration of surrender be a feasible option?
We're unable to communicate with them in any way, so I doubt that would work.
I'm still thinking the Raptors are man-made.
Did you tell them about my idea of waving a white flag?
Of course I didn't bring up such a ludicrous suggestion.
You don't have to be mean about it.
You know, did you also hold out an olive branch? I heard that works too.
At any rate, a direct confrontation against the Raptures is a lost cause. It's painful to admit, but humanity doesn't stand a chance against these creatures.
So an all-out offensive would be tantamount to suicide.
Correct. Based on our observations of the Rapture's movements thus far, we've been led to believe they operate according to a linear chain of command. All of them appear to only have basic input functions except high-ranking Raptures. In other words,
There's a head.
Huh? Don't they all have heads?
That's not what I meant.
I don't
Alita.
get it.
Basically,
A leader of some kind.
precisely.
Ah, so the big cheese.
The big what?
That's what we call the boss or leader in my neck of the woods.
can I continue?
Go right ahead.
Our
man.
mission is clear. We need to take out the big cheese. I mean, we need to take out the Rapture's leader.
Have you figured out the Queen's whereabouts?
We still don't have a precise location, but we've ascertained her general whereabouts.
We've investigated all the previous areas pointed out to us. but weren't able to find any traces of the Queen anywhere. It's enough to make you wonder if the Queen even exists.
Oh, damn it.
No, there's still one place we haven't checked.
Yeah, the Queen of England doesn't exist at
The
all.
most vast expanse of them all.
Your mother.
You don't mean...
I do.
Your mom. The commander lifts his finger and points upward to the sky.
Space.
Space!
Space! Oh no.
Space? As in outer space?
He's talking about the lift.
That's right.
They have a space elevator?
Amongst all the chaos and pandemonium of the initial invasion, they managed to slip it past us. One of the first things those creatures did was destroy the shuttle launch pads in various locations. We initially thought they were randomly targeting large-scale facilities. But upon further reflection, we have seen that there was intent behind their attacks.
As we speak, they've amassed an overwhelming number of troops near the lift. It's highly suspect. There's no way around that.
My thoughts doth lead to one conclusion. There's something out there in space.
So, we've got to take the lift up into space?
Correct. The lift leads to a space station. We suspect that is the lair of the Queen, and the source of all Rapture production.
Wait, did they bring down the... I'm guessing the lift is the... ours, the humans, that was built. So it's a space elevator. And the Raptures took it over.
Will we have any support?
I'm still going with the humans created Raptures.
There are throngs of Raptures guarding the lift. It'd be impossible for us to break through their ranks alone.
Hey now, where's your confidence?
There's a fine line between confidence and hubris.
So are you saying we can't do it? That we should just cut and run?
Not at all.
I think that's enough suspense for now, Commander. Everyone's clearly on edge.
We're on the cusp of being able to mass-produce Nikkes. Last year, around 200 were manufactured, and not a single one had any defects.
So, how many people died?
Around half of those will be joining us.
That's it? What about air support?
None. Stormbringer brought our air supremacy to a crashing halt.
Oh, that giant bird thing I fought, with the last event. Okay.
Can't we just lob a few cruise missiles at him?
Have you forgotten what happened when we last fired an ICBM? A new breed of raptor we hadn't seen before swallowed it whole and converted it into an energy blast which it redirected back at us.
Really? They could do that?
Everything within a 20-kilometer radius was completely decimated.
Yeah, but didn't it end up dying immediately afterwards?
These are raptors we're talking about. I highly doubt that's the only one of its kind out there.
So we're incapable of aerial attacks, and missiles are a no-go as well. What's the plan then? Rushing headlong into the fray with our mass-produced buddies behind us? I thought there were supposed to be over 200,000 Raptures encircling the lift. Are we just gonna plow our way through them all?
Correct.
What are the odds?
Can we sneak a nuke in?
Coming out victorious?
Of coming out alive?
Hard to say. There are only two options. Either we live or die. So, 50%?
Are the mass-produced Nikkes really our only support?
Not necessarily. We might have a secret weapon at our disposal.
Tell us more.
Tell us more, yes.
All I can tell you is that we will win.
Well, you seem confident enough.
You just said it was
I
50-50,
say
man.
let's go for it. Worst comes to worst, it'll be one hell of a way for me to go out. What? Oh, right. The newbie swordsman doesn't know, does she? Just a moment.
Redhead closes her eyes, then reopens them. Her eyes are glowing red.
Oh.
Oh.
Bet that's the first time you've seen it for yourself, huh? It's not just the eyes. When I'm in a real tight spot, my voice changes too.
But does that mean...
Her voice didn't change.
Yeah. I've been corrupted.
Uh-oh. Okay. Now I can go back to the normal missions. Man, I'm probably going to have to go through these like really slowly. At least when it comes to uploading. And then you see my normal squad. Oh man, that was whew, man, I was sweating.
Some hearsay hath reached mine ears.
Yes, what is it?
Any Nikke who is struck by a particular rapture tentacle proceeds to undergo a particular affliction known as corruption.
Particular.
They become deranged and attack all with reckless abandon, including their own allies.
Reckless abandon is a very good skill, it must.
I surmised 'twas but a fool's tale or nonsensical wagging of tongues, but...
How's it feel to know the legends are true?
that I cannot say. Yet judging by your countenance, 'tis not an overly treacherous situation. There is but an unnerving crimson that glows from thine eyes.
Apparently the symptoms vary. There are times when they appear almost instantly, and then the other times they linger for extended periods, like myself.
We've actually just recently received some new information about that.
Yeah, has
From VTC?
anyone been studying this?
Yes. This so-called corruption phenomenon seems to be evolving. In the beginning, it took time for symptoms to fully manifest, but the latest iteration takes hold almost instantly. We've become aware that the device, dubbed Codename Ultra, which caused this corruption, is from an older generation.
How long does it take until it assumes full control?
VTC is continuing to look into it. They should have an answer for us soon.
How hilarious would it be if there's only a week left?
That wouldn't be funny at all.
I know that. Sometimes you have to pretend that things are okay in order to get by.
But you're not okay by any stretch of the imagination.
She doesn't care. She's gonna.
Anyway, I'm retiring after this operation. I want to spend the rest of my life kicking back and taking it easy.
Right. I understand.
So what's the course of action, boss? We aren't really charging ahead without any plan, are we?
Tomorrow morning, we will go to Elysian's third Nikke research lab. We'll be picking someone up, and I expect you all to be nice to her.
Oh, is it gonna be Ingrid? I'm guessing, because it's not gonna be Suyen. Cause I think she's a little too young. At least I think.
I haven't revealed this to any of you yet, but I have a daughter.
Oh no! I think I know who the daughter is. She's the girl I was talking to when I was in the hospital.
Commander?
Excuse me?
Allow me to explain. Apparently, the newest iteration of the Grimm's model is complete.
Can you use your daughter?
Referred to as Cinderella. Her accompanying sidearm, glass slippers, is complete as well. She's undergone rigorous simulated and practical testing. We are to meet up with Cinderella and make our way to the lift together.
Does Cinderella's ability have any relation to the operation? Adding another member to the team is far from a bad thing. But isn't it risky adding someone we're unfamiliar with? And on such a pivotal mission, too.
There's no need to be concerned on that front. She's been designed to specialize in blitzkrieg tactics. Complete annihilation done in as little time as
Blitzkrieg?
possible.
Oh no! I didn't know we were getting
Her
German.
capabilities are
Up in
comparable
here.
to any airstrike or ICBM. After she has fulfilled her role, she will take her leave.
Wait. Was she like release her load and then goes away?
Is she really that powerful?
Apparently so. The Big Three have pumped more money and resources into the Grimm's models than any other. In your encounters with Raptures, you're nearly undefeated. As a result, Nikke production has largely splintered off into two distinct directions: mass production types and specialized models.
I mean, that is a thing. During World War II, if Germany would have been better off if they had actually focused on making, just one tank over and over again, just making that better. Instead, they kept making new, different tanks. And then Russia Russia and the U.S. also just mass-produced the same tanks. The M4 with a couple different variants. You get the EZ8, the Jumbo, also, I guess, technically the Firefly, and then all the other variants of the M4. And of course, I mean, yeah, the US built a bunch of other tanks, but... And then Russia just mass-produced the T-34. I mean, it can work, but I think after a while... I don't know. It really depends.
Those who are deemed to be less self-assured are turned into mass-produced models.
Oh, and I guess another thing you can parallel to is the naval warfare, where Germany produced basically pocket battleships that they strong enough to deal with cruisers and destroyers, and they are fast enough to outrun battleships, is how they built them.
Those who possess greater self-confidence and can better express their powers are eligible to become specialized models.
Wait, so if I'm just confident enough, I can become one?
Manufacturing Grimm's models requires inordinate amounts of money and technology. The original plan was to veer towards increasing mass production, but since you all have done such a bang-up job, the big three have decided to shift gears and funnel more money into building a second generation of Grimm's models, of which Cinderella is the first.
Her strength must be most formidable.
If we're talking about specs alone, she most likely exceeds all of you. Perhaps even me.
Don't say that. No one's stronger than you, Lilith.
Good grief. Do you really like her that much, Snow White?
I know I'm right.
If you want to be a capable fighter, you need more than just solid specs.
That's true.
Experience.
So, according to you, her specifications exceed all of ours. Then it would be advisable to practice some sparring with you all in advance. Since we're on this topic, I have been itching to spar with you all for some time now.
Scarlet, if it's a fight you're looking for, then wouldn't it make sense for you to best me, the leader, first?
I'm guessing they're talking about hand-to-hand stuff? Because, I mean, since most of them use guns, you can't really spar with guns, can you?
At any rate, that concludes the mission briefing.
That was it?
Any questions?
Yeah, when are we leaving?
Will I get anything like a corruption allowance? A per diem, perhaps?
Red Hood.
Geez, I'm only kidding around. How come you're all staring at me like that?
No questions, Commander.
Then we're done. We'll be moving out.
Not just
early
where
in
the
the
music
morning, so
stopped.
Everybody get a good night's rest.
Yeah,
I've
because
got to go.
Snow White stands up and abruptly and makes a rapid exit.
Why don't you go cheer her up?
Wouldn't it be better for you to handle that?
You're her friend. If I go, there's only so much I can do for her.
Ugh, I hate this kind of stuff.
Be that as it may.
Fine.
Friend? Try to choke her out? Oh, dang, man. Woo! Whew. Man.
Victory! With me on your team, did you expect anything else?
It's funny. It's longer to go through the cutscenes than it is to fight the enemies. Snow White stands listlessly by the window without saying a word. Well, no duh. I mean, I talk to myself, but I know other people don't.
Hey, kid.
Red Hood gently puts Snow White in a headlock.
What's got you so down, huh? You scared?
Red Hood? You shouldn't boast about being corrupted.
Yeah, they're letting her walk around. Red Hood closes her eyes for a moment and then reopens them. Her eyes flash red.
How come?
Don't do that!
Give me an answer and I'll stop.
You're scary.
You're dying.
Oh.
You may be fine now, but it's going to take your life sooner or later.
Relax, kid. Why would I die?
Wait, you just said you wanted to die.
So my eyes and voice are a little funny looking, and I can't recognize my parents anymore. What's the big deal?
Your voice is funny looking. And you can't recognize your parents anymore. Wait, what?
That's dying.
How do you figure? I'm standing right here. I'm alive and kicking.
Losing your memory is another kind of death.
Should I let you in on a little secret?
What is it?
As long as someone remembers you, death is an illusion. Because you live on in other people's hearts.
I think I've heard a song about this.
Where did you crib that from?
Crib?
A cartoon I saw when I was little. I think it might have had something to do with drills.
Cartoon about drills.
Would you please be serious with me for 1 minute?
I can't think of it.
Good grief for being so young. You're a real worrywart.
Yeah, you youngin'.
Why are you getting so worked up over something that hasn't even happened yet? You never know. I might end up being the first Nikke to beat this thing. Do I look on the verge of death to you?
It's just taking time to fully manifest.
Okay then. How do we know that won't take a few decades? Or centuries even? We don't know anything about how this stuff works yet.
You're gonna live for centuries?
So cheer up. Nothing bad has happened yet.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll try not to worry as much.
Good. Now I'll be able to die in peace.
Don't say things like that!
It's just too much fun getting your goat. Wanna listen to some music?
It's not that old song again, is it?
It's not old. It's a classic. And classics are always the best.
No.
Fine.
I'm gonna get copyrighted for this, am I? I mean, I already played it earlier.
Red Hood,
Yeah?
are you really calling it a day after this operation?
Yep. I'm going back home.
Why can't you just stay here?
I can't.
Why not?
I caught a lucky break becoming a part of this squad. I've experienced enough for several lifetimes. But this isn't the place I should be. I'm just a country bumpkin from a worn-down and rowdy village. That's where my roots are. I should go back to my roots.
Country
The
bumpkins.
wolf must... Anyway... Yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying.
It doesn't matter. It's better that you don't. Oh, right. This is for you.
What is it?
Red Hood passes the old cassette player to Snow White.
It may have a bit of wear and tear, but it's a famous brand. The sound quality is out of this world. There's also a hidden compartment here where you can...
I don't want it.
Yo, who still uses cassettes? It's a type of white... What? I know how to talk. Walkman.
Kid,
You don't have... I have a... Do I have one? I don't think I have one in my room right now. I have a Walkman that plays CDs.
Why would you give me this? This is your most treasured possession. The only reason you'd be giving me this is if you knew you
You're
were
gonna
about
die.
to die.
relax. I just bought a new one, that's all.
Right.
You said yourself that classics are always the best. And you're far too thrifty to be giving away something like this.
Aren't you being a little harsh?
I don't want it, and I won't take it.
Snow White runs off.
Darn. She's nothing if not perceptive.
You didn't try hard enough. You. She's gonna know. I mean, you already said like, "Oh, it's a good time to die." Here, take this. I think. Yeah. This looks like it's gonna be the last one of this part. Also, I should probably. I could probably go through the next chapter of the main story, because I think I'm powerful enough. The following morning.
We'll be at Elysion's third Nikke research lab in about an hour. Is everyone prepared?
What's there to prepare? What's so different from us making a typical visit?
If we landed directly by the lab, the raptures would swarm and encircle us. So we'll be landing nearby and going in on foot.
I guess I need to prepare.
Snow White went into the workshop last night, and she's still there.
She sleep there?
Looks like you had some trouble comforting her.
Well, she didn't comfort her at all.
After all, this is my first time dying, so I didn't exactly know how to console her. I wasn't sure if I should be sitting around wailing with grief or pensively reflecting on all the good times. I figured neither was the right approach, so I went with giving her a gift. She refused to take it and ran off.
I can see why she refused it. It probably felt like you were giving her a keepsake after your death.
So what do you want me to do?
Did she say anything else?
She kept urging me to stay here and not to return to my hometown.
Is that something you would ever consider?
Lady Lilywise, I've already told you, I don't fit in here. I'm no goddess. I spent my entire life ambling about the streets without any purpose, and nearly got myself killed as a result. Now I've got everyone telling me that I'm special. I was turned into a Nikke and sent here for no apparent reason. You're one of the youngest ace pilots in the history of aerial combat. Rapunzel could have been the next powerful religious leader.
Wait, what? They could have?
Dorothy is the daughter of a reputable politician. Then you've got Snow White and her superhuman knack for developing weapons. I can't even pretend to be on your level. Scarlet is the only one amongst us who I can possibly compare with. Even then, though, now that I think about it, she's a gifted swordsman.
Person. Swordswoman.
A street urchin from the filthy back alleys couldn't possibly hope to compare to all of you.
Well, from the way I see it, I don't think there's anyone better suited to be a goddess than you.
I'm still... You know, they still haven't explained why there aren't any male
I
Nikkes.
see you're getting better at sarcasm.
But, I mean, I'm not
If you
gonna
don't
complain.
see it that way, then there's nothing I can do to convince you otherwise.
I'm still guessing that, like, most of the males are... They're...
But we all think that. Why do you think Snow White keeps begging you to stay here? You're more qualified to stay here than any of us. So I suggest you reconsider. You should be spending as much time with those close to you as possible.
No can do. I've got to go back to my hometown. That's where my story ends. Accompanied by an old soundtrack from back in the day.
But you just give
If
it away.
that's what you want, I won't stop you. But ask yourself, is going back to your hometown what you really want to do?
What?
Lilywis walks off. 1 hour later, in the skies above Elysion's third Nikke research lab's periphery.
We've reached the drop-off point.
I don't even think I've seen periphery written out before.
Does everyone have parachutes?
Of course.
Did all of you memorize the coordinates?
Yes, no problem.
All right then. Whoever's ready can jump out.
I'll go first. See you all in a bit.
Lilywis leaps out of the plane without a parachute.
I figured she'd go first. She should be able to break through the atmosphere without any additional equipment, right?
I'm not 100% sure, but it should be possible. Prototypes typically are capable of many things.
Hey, kid.
Red Hood approaches Snow White and motions as if to put her in a headlock.
You wanna jump together?
Snow White going down.
She just jumped down without her.
Fine. Be that way.
Apparently, she's still holding a grudge. Speaking truthfully, I have difficulty seeing where both of you are coming from.
You know, can you like always holding your sword out? Can you like put it away?
Breaking down people's barriers is what you do best. Good luck.
Dorothy jumps.
Red Hood. Good grief, you too? Is everyone gonna make a speech before they jump?
No, I just wanted to say that I'm going with the commander.
Oh, well, be careful out there.
Bury the hatchet. Otherwise, you'll come to regret it.
What are you talking about? We didn't even fight.
Anti-aircraft guns confirmed.
Man, is she talking while she's flying that fast?
What?
Crash, crash, crash. Everything around begins to shake violently.
What is this? You said there were no raptures nearby.
It's coming from the research lab.
They're shooting at us.
Damn, we're too late. The Raptors beat us to it.
Parachute has been compromised. Commencing emergency landing.
Snow!
No.
Snow, do you copy? To hell with this! Out of my way!
You don't even have a parachute.
I don't care!
Red Hood jumps out without a parachute.
Wait!
Crash. Snow White collides with the ground with a resounding thud. After tumbling along the ground for a while, she slowly gets up. I feel like something should have broken.
No significant damage to the armor or weapon. I have to contact Lilith.
Hiss.
My radio is down. What should I do? Should I head to the lab and join the others? Huh?
Thud, 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 thud. A massive horde of raptors surge forth, their eyes glinting. Snow White looks around, only to discover that she's being hemmed in.
I'm surrounded. Preparing for battle.
Oh no! Meanwhile, in the present.
Aircraft confirmed.
Oh well, they actually played one after. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
They're going down easily enough. I've got ammunition to spare, and 7 dwarves is doing fine. So far, so good.
As Snow White goes to swap out her empty magazine, she drops the new magazine. Oh no! The terrible reloading. Snow White freezes. Should I pick up the magazine? I'll be opening myself up to attack. Your gun's empty anyways. Should my sidearm? I don't remember if it's loaded or not. I've got one more magazine in my pocket. I'll use that one and forget about the one on that. So I pulls out the other magazine from her pocket and drops it on the ground as well.
Not again!
Are you Butterfingers?
What?
Bang! A colossal raptor lumbers towards Snow White. Its core is spinning rapidly. A port on its shoulder opens up. Snow White knows what that means. It's about to launch a missile! Despite this, she finds herself frozen in place.
No.
Bang! Red Hood descends from the sky and slams atop that of the Rapture. She shoves the barrel inside the Rapture's head. I feel like that bend, if you're going that fast. There's an ear-splitting whirling of machinery, and the Rapture explodes. Red Hood slowly walks towards Snow
Come
White.
here, kid, and listen closely.
I'll show you how to reload.
Yes?
Pick up those magazines.
Okay.
Put one of them in your pocket.
Done.
Put the other in your weapon.
Done.
Now aim it. Are you back with us?
Yes. Thank you.
Good. Now, what do you say we deal with these guys who have given us such a warm welcome? Just focus your firepower and aim where I'm shooting, like we always do. Can you do that?
Yes.
Good. Now sound us off.
You want me to do it?
You don't often get a chance to, so why not? It'll cheer us up, I'm sure.
Encounter!
Count it. 10 minutes
All
later.
clear. Boss, Lilith, I'm with Snow. How are things on your end?
The lab is completely destroyed. All that's left are corpses.
Damn.
Make your way here. There's something you two need to see for yourselves.
On the way.
You should be about 20 minutes out. Should we send an escort?
Commander,
On second thought, we've got our hands full over here. You two will have to make it on your own.
Roger that.
Beep.
Let's go.
Okay.
Soon after. They didn't get very far.
Do you want to listen to some music?
No, no.
Do you want to attract raptures to us?
Look around you. Do you see any raptures wandering about? We wiped them all out. There isn't a single one left. If you ask me, Rapture Slayers would be a more apt name for our squad. So how about it? Should we kick out the jams?
Do whatever you want.
Snow?
You can at least play something more
Do you have anything to say to me?
epic.
I could ask you the same thing.
Let's see. You're doing good so far, so keep it up.
You're trying to skirt around the issue again.
Kid? I'm dying.
But you said you weren't.
Well, I am. I'm going to die. As far as we know, corruption is untreatable. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm just clueless about what I should do. The end is in sight, but I don't know where to turn. So you tell me what to do. I'll do whatever you want.
I only want one thing. I want you to live the way you always have, with us. I want you to be together with us until the last moment. Don't leave us.
Yeah, let her do her own
That's
thing.
all I ask.
Fine. I suppose I can do that. Since you're the one asking, I'll do my best to accommodate you.
Another
You're
headlock.
not upset with me, are you?
No.
Then how come you're pouting, huh?
Oh, it hurts. I said stop.
What do you get for reading all the... Oh, you get her again. I wonder if by the end of the event you'll basically have her
Moving out.
up all the way. A mini game? Oh no, what's the mini game gonna be? It's like a side scroller. Oh, gotta collect dog tags. Oh man. Oh wait a minute, this is... Yeah, this is basically... Wow, this... Vampire Survivors. That's what this is. Oh my god. Wait, what's pressing R do? It is fucking Vampire Survivors! You gotta be kidding me. But I don't think it's gonna be as complicated as that. If I want to play Vampire Survivors, I would play Vampire Survivors. This is so silly! Because Azure Lane, with some of the events, or not the events, yeah, events. You can just start the event and then exit it, and it just gives you the reward for the event you were doing. Yes, I know, lazy. There we go. I finally got myself killed. Wait, does that mean I get the reward? Oh, I see. Dang, man, this is... Oh, there's like a lot of stuff for this. Okay. I see. I'd actually have to focus and actually complete it. But this is... It's like... Okay, I'll definitely do that when I'm not recording, because that'll take a while.
Moving out.
Is he dead? Already?